Hello, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can save a customer's response directly into your WhatsApp bot builder. So this feature is essential, especially for your business if you want to build more sort of personalized relationship with your customers without manually tracking every detail. So in that scenario, this feature is going to be very useful. So by gathering and storing customer information such as names, address, or preferences, businesses can create more tailored human-like conversation with your customers, which leads to better engagement and ultimately better satisfaction. So it's simple but yet powerful way to manage customers data without manual effort, helping businesses provide quicker and more personalized service. So let's go ahead and explore it. Here I have created a flow. When you start building your flow, the first block that appears is the content block. In the content block, you have various elements like text, image, video, file, voice. If you want to take input from your customer and want to save, in that case, this input element is going to be a game changer. So in this flow, I am simply welcoming my customer saying, hello, welcome. And I am saying I am your virtual assistant for the store. Now, let's say I want to my customer name and I want to call him by their name. So what I can do, I can integrate one input element and I'm going to ask what is your name, something like that, and click on save. Now in this input element, you have this option called choose field. Here is the magic where you would be saving your answer. So let's say your customer has replied Ram Kumar. So you need to make sure where you're going to store that data. So that data is going to be stored from the user field which we have created, or you can create right now. So in this case, we have already created some user field. Let's say I'm going to store the name in this user field called name. So I'm simply click on this. Let's say you want to create some new user field, you haven't created anything yet, so you can click on add new user field, write the name. You can choose the type of data and then create field. So here what we have done, we have asked the name of my customer and we have stored that value in the variable called name. And here I can write something retry message. Let's say my customer is entering some random numbers 1 2 3 4, but I want them to write their name. So I can write something here. Hey, something like please write text, something like that. So click on save, and here your data will be saved in name as soon as your customer enters their name. So now once your data is stored in this variable name, how you're going to use this? Simply click on text element, and let's say you can write thank you and you want to call the name of the customer. So since we have already saved the name, we are going to click on this curly braces and we will choose the value in which we have stored the name. So in that is name. Click on this. Now this name variable will automatically pull the data which our customer has entered here. So click on save and you would see that this text element will automatically bring the data which your customer has entered in the previous element. Similarly, let's say you want to ask one more question like what is the street address? So let's click on text element, and here we not text element, let's simply insert one input element and write what is your address, something like that. Click on save, go to choose field. Now again, data type is going to be text. We will be storing this data into variable called street, and here you can write something again. Hey, please write correct data, and click on save, and you would see that the address is saved in the value called street. Again, now if you want to use that value, how we can use, click on text element and you can write we have saved your address in, and now you can call that variable. The variable was street. Click on the street and click on save, and now your basic flow in which you are asking about the customer input is created. So in this content block, what we have done, we have simply displaying some text, again text, and then we are asking questions, what is your name, and we are storing that name in a user field called name, and then we are calling that name here. Again, we have asked another question, what is your address? And we are going to store the address in the user field street. And then we are going to call that street, which will display the response which our customer have entered in that value. Now let's go to the chart and try to run this. Let's test this. I am in a chart, click on these three dots and select the flow, which was customer input. Now my bot is sending the flow and will ask the name. So here it is asking, what is your name? Let's say customer has replied Ram Kumar. So it will store it and reply with thank you, Ram Kumar. Now it will ask about the address. So let's say he has written something like Street 6, New Delhi, something like this. So now bot will store this data and it will automatically generate the message which will contain this street address. So here, okay, we have saved your address, Street 6, New Delhi. This is the data which my customer has entered here. So that was all I wanted to cover in this video. This is the way how you can save customer response automatically. So this will definitely simplify your workload and ensure that your businesses can run smoothly while maintaining a personalized customer experience. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our support team. You'll find the chat icon in the bottom right corner where you can send your queries, and our team will be happy to assist you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in our next tutorial.